everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do my weekly wrap up. Again, timing. Today I'm off, so I have to try and do, I'm going to show you a little crafting. But my husband does not watch these videos. So I have spent the morning cutting out the pieces I need for his Christmas gift, which I used to make him one every year. I have one cut out, one the fabric for pajamas. I lost the pattern though, so I had to buy a new pattern for the PJs. And there's Razzle. So I'm going to be making these ones, but I'm not doing the cuffs. Like there's cuffs on the pants. I'm just going to attach it and make it one length. And no piping. No, I don't have time for that. So he is a big hockey fan. So his favorite team is the Ottawa Senators, and these are always made in flannel. I always make them in flannel because he likes the coziness. So my son bought the fabric. We're going in together on this gift. He bought the fabric. I'm making them. So it's Ottawa Senators flannel. So this afternoon, before he gets home from work, I'm hoping to get all the pieces cut. So tomorrow, after I get my nails done, I can just get to sewing, and if I have to quickly put it away, I can put it away. It's a little bit harder to put it away when you're still cutting it. So, hence timing. So I finished 2 books. This week. I think it was just the 2 books. So I finished Chromosome 6 by Robin Cook. It is book 3 in the Jack Stapleton, Laurie Montgomery series. They are forensic pathologists, but they do autopsies. Yeah. So this one kind of ties into book 1. But this one is cloning body parts. And that goes back and forth to Equatorial Guinea, which is in Africa, and New York, which is where they are. So essentially a mob boss gets killed, and they find out that he had a liver transplant, but he's not on immunosuppressant drugs to keep his body from rejecting it. And all the doctors that he's gone to have said, no, he's not had a transplant. So they're trying to figure that out. And then in Africa, they are using apes to essentially grow body parts by injecting them with human DNA of the people that need the transplants. But they do it in such a way that they take this chromosome and separate it and re-inject with that chromosome 6 from the human part, and then inject it into a fertilized egg into an ape. The ape gives birth, and then for 3 years that ape is allowed to live. And then when the person needs a transplant, the ape is killed and transplanted. Not always, because kidneys, they take one kidney, the ape gets left with another. So that's essentially what the book is about, them trying to figure out what's going on with these transplants. And yeah, I gave it a 3. It was a little bit too long and a little bit too far-fetched. They end up going to Africa, and then all of a sudden it abruptly ends. And you're like, wait, what? What? Because they're in a situation and it just ends. Like you get an epilogue, but you have no idea how they went from the ending to the epilogue. And I'm being vague because the ending. So I thought, really? You did all this explanation and then done. So I'm hoping book 4 kind of explained a little bit, but we shall see. The other book I finished, I'm pretty sure that's all I've read. Because I haven't been doing a whole lot of reading this week. I have been working. I had to work 4 days last week. So see. But I did read and finished Bunnicula by Deborah and James Howe. It's book 1 in the Bunnicula Rabbit series, I think. And I didn't know how much I'd like this because it's, a vampire cat. Or vampire rabbit. But yeah, I liked it. I gave it a 4. I didn't like Chester the cat so much because he's trying to get rid of the vampire cat. And he's doing all these things. It's cute. Putting garlic around his neck, putting garlic around Howard the dog. The bunny gets out of his cage. He can't figure out how the bunny gets out of the cage. And sucks the juices and color out of all these vegetables. And the people are like, what the hell's going on? And one of the kids said, well, it's because the vegetables aren't organic. It's cute. I enjoyed it. Yeah, there was a couple of cute spots. But now why is this not? There we go. So 4 stars. And because I already told you about Charlotte's Web last week. So yeah, I just finished the 2 books. So I'm currently reading 2 books. And the first one is still Sweet Revenge by Nora Roberts. I brought the other copy back because I found mine. The step back has been taken out because there used to be eyeballs there. But this is the first Nora Roberts book that I have not plowed through. To me, it's a little bit of a slog. And it essentially is about a jewel thief who wants to get revenge on her dad because her dad abused her mom. So the first part of this is her growing up with her dad, them escaping from her dad, who was a sheik in a Arab country. It's his own country, so it's fake. And how she kind of becomes a thief. That's pretty much that. And then there's this other thief that is trying to track her and find her. I don't know if he's trying to redeem himself or he just got out of the business and he's helping, I think, Interpol to figure out who she is. I haven't gotten that far yet. But the book starts off with him talking to his, not colleague, but person he's in touch with at Interpol about this. And he says, and it kind of goes, you have to know about the shadow before I can tell you about the shadow, which is her name. So he goes back to when she's 5 and then you see her growing up. So yeah, I don't know. I just not finding that I want to pick it up. And that's odd for me because I love Nora Roberts. It is starting to get interesting now that she's an adult and getting into the theft of stuff and meeting Philip. So we'll see. The other one I'm reading, I'm actually flying through it, is Just Desserts by G.A. McKevitt, by the first in a Savannah Reed mystery. Now, it's marked as cozy, but there's a very gruesome murder in it. And she is a police detective in it. She has gotten fired for being fat, but that was the excuse they used. Meanwhile, like, they're all overweight, but it is what it is. They use that as an excuse because they're doing a cover-up. One of the chiefs of police, his girlfriend's husband is murdered. So you discover a few things along the way, and he's trying to cover up things, and so is the other chief, or her boss, which might be under him, sort of deal. So there's a major cover-up. So it is a cozy, but it's not. I still don't know whether I'm going to mark it as cozy or suspense, but so far I'm liking it, and I'm almost halfway through. And that is it for what I'm currently reading. What I might just pick up because it's really quick is, oh, there's my lunch. A Haven Point Beginning by Rayanne Thane. It's just like a 50-page prequel to the Haven Point series. And it's a romance, but it's quick. So, and I have to read that to read something else. But the 4 books that I'm probably going to pick up, we'll try and see. Because again, I don't have a whole lot of time this week. But I need to get these read. So 2 of them are because of due dates, library due dates, and I want to read them. Amanda Forrester's The Highlander's Bride. It's book 1 in a series, but I can't remember the series name. Historical fiction, and I think it's in the 1300s, which is not usually what I read. 1359 France. I think so. Yep. So their attraction is forbidden. All Highland warrior Gavin Patrick wants is to get back to his native Scotland. But before he can leave the battlefield, he's given a final mission. Sorry. Escort Lady Marie Colette to her fiancé. Under no circumstance is he to lay hands on the beautiful, clever-tongued heiress, no matter how desperate the temptation. Her escort, and you can obviously tell it's going to be a spicy one. And My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. I believe they do a murder. Dexter meets Mr. and Mrs. Smith in this wildly compulsive debut thriller about a couple whose 15-year marriage has finally gotten too interesting. I think that, they want to spice up their life by committing murders. So it should be interesting. Do I have time for it? No. Do I want to read it? Yeah. So the other 2, this is for challenges from, what is it? The 52 Book Club Challenge. This is a bunch of short sci-fi stories, and my husband might pick it up and read it because he likes sci-fi. And one of his favorite shows is Star Trek. I kept thinking Star Wars, but he loves that too. But it's called Wastelands, Stories of the Apocalypse, featuring Octavia E. Butler, Orson Scott Card, Jonathan Lethem, George R.R. Martin, Stephen King, Gene Wolfe, and many others. Edited by John Joseph Adams. There's 22 stories in here, so I'll probably have to read 2 a day to get it finished, starting today. So yeah, it's just from the Book of Revelations to the Road Warrior. It's hard because it's shaded. A canticle for Leibowitz to the Road. Storytellers have long imagined the end of the world, weaving at... Why do they have to use wordsies like this? Eschatological tales of catastrophe, chaos, and calamity. In doing so, these visionary authors have addressed one of the most challenging and enduring themes of imaginative fiction, the nature of life in the aftermath of total societal collapse. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to see. But, yeah. So, the other thing is, it's very small print and very small margins. Thank God they're all short. And the other one I want to pick up because, it's one of the longer books, so it'll take me a little longer to read. And that is Beartown by Frederick Bachman. It's a small town, everybody gets behind this hockey team, and I think there's a player that has a little bit of a scandal in it. So, that should be interesting. But that will be my week this week, is going to be sewing. I might even just take that into work tomorrow. I don't work tomorrow, but she's got nice big long tables that I can go and cut that out and not be interrupted and disturbed. So I might do that instead of the floor because I don't have a whole lot of space like I used to. So I might just do that and then go in the morning, cut this out, and then come home and sew. So go and get my nails done at 10 to 10 tomorrow. Then go straight down to work. Because my daughter lives down there, so I don't know if I'm picking her up. So I might just drop her off and go straight to work. Anyways, that might be the plan this week. So, let me know if you've read any of these. I'm sure everybody's read Beartown. Yeah, so let me know what you guys are reading. If you liked any of these, what you liked, what you didn't like. And I will talk to you later. Hopefully everybody has a wonderful week, and I'll see you later. Bye.